welcome back to Fun Intended. My name is Kate. I'm the Digital Strategy Manager here at Metropolis Resort, and today I have one of our event coordinators with me. Hi, Bri. Can you start? We're going to talk about birthday parties today. So can you start by telling me what your role is and what you work on here?
Yeah, so my name's Bri. I recently was promoted to the event coordinator role. Originally I was working on the floor, so I kind of got to do firsthand with the parties, which was really cool. And now I get to do everything from planning to making sure they run smoothly. So when anybody wants a party or to bring in a large group of people, I'm their first contact, which is really exciting.
I think you're kind of perfect for this role. When they promoted you, I was so excited. But you always show a lot of enthusiasm in everything you do here. What is your favorite part about working with birthdays and groups?
I really like creating that experience. So for example, last weekend, I called one of our parties and was like, hey, I'm super excited for your party, just confirming that you wanted this type of food and how many people, and all those things, just to make sure, ahead of time, your check-in is as smooth as possible. And she was so excited to tell me she was having a mermaid-themed party. I was like, oh my gosh. And so we have themed rooms like this one, for example. And so when I know those small details, I can put a mermaid sticker in. And even that small thing is just going to make so much more memory and excitement to connect for their party.
I love that. I think at least over the past few years, we've gotten a lot better at personalizing things to people. And I think it's so cool that you're able to take little details like that and make something just a little bit more special. So then my next question is, and it kind of goes off of that, when families are making those memories like that, why do you think birthdays specifically can kind of sit with people for so long?
Birthdays are so routine. You have one every year. And whether you celebrate it every year or not, you're going to think, oh, do you remember when you were 10 and you had your party at Metropolis and we were in this underwater room and there was stingrays and seahorses on the walls? You just can connect that. And so every year, when you're 11, you're like, oh my God, I want to go back. Or even if they chose somewhere else to go, they're still thinking of that memory and experience that they had.
Yeah, that kind of leads into like my next thing, which is like, there's so much, you said it's routine, right? A birthday party, but there's so much behind the scenes here that kind of goes into creating the experience that people get. Can you touch on just a couple things that maybe people don't know that we think about before they come here?
Yeah, so there is a lot of behind the scenes work that gets done to make as smooth as possible parties, and it's hard deciding the package. We have so many different packages to really personalize your party because we want to make sure it's not just a visit. We want you to actually come celebrate and have a great time. And so when you pick your time frame, that we have to schedule for that. We have to make sure that and specifically, I have to make sure that if a party wants to come in an hour after you're done, I have to make sure that room is fresh and clean for you to come in with brand new tablecloths, make sure all the chairs are wiped down, swept and mopped as needed, and even making sure your wristbands and your cards are ready and activated before you get there, and making sure the kitchen knows how to things. There's a lot of planning and scheduling that comes behind the scenes, and that's why parties at Metropolis are so easy, because we take care of all the work for you.
So then how many, just because you mentioned there's so much that is going on behind the scenes, how many people are typically working on a party at one time?
Yeah, from start to finish, your first contact is me, and I'm reaching out to you as soon as you book, and then I confirm things. So you're starting with one. Once you get in the building, you have added a second person by checking in at the front desk. Or that Party Central area down in Action City. Then you meet your party host, so that's 3. Technically, behind the scenes, you have a cook, so that's 4. Your 5th person is dropping drinks or pizzas off, and then ultimately your 6th person is cleaning that party room and making sure things are going. And that doesn't include all of our team members that you meet while you're playing at the resort.
Right. Yeah, the party host is going to be their main point of contact besides you. So I just always think it's so interesting that there's maybe so much going on behind the scenes that you have no clue, but hopefully up front it looks pretty seamless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then in your opinion, why do these details kind of matter, and how do they help make some of that fun intentional, especially on somebody's birthday?
Yeah, and so making sure we know what the name of that party person is will make it personalized. So when you're coming to check in and your kid's name is Tom, I'm saying, hey, I'm here for Tom's birthday, we can say, welcome Tom, or happy birthday, Tom. And so it just makes that moment feel much more special and personalized, to create that sense of, community and togetherness while we're here at the resort.
I love that. We also have, and I don't know if many people know this, but we also have other ways that we celebrate birthdays here. Can you explain a few of those to me?
Yeah, so for all of our birthdays, we love giving out these happy birthday buttons, and you can personalize them. Sometimes if there's a large group of them, we write them out. Sometimes we print the name and like a label maker to make them really nice and fancy. If you're staying at the hotel and let us know you have a party, we'll decorate your door with like a little party flag and some, stickers, balloons, and like a card, which is so fun. We also have a birthday wheel that you can spin down by Chaos and down by Action City. They're two separate ones, so make sure you spin both of them to win, arcade money or T-shirts that say like "Bro, it's my birthday." It's one of the favorite ones, or even a swim pass to come back at another date to celebrate your birthday too.
And these are all great because you can do it even without having a party.
Right.
I think that's like one of my favorite things. We just love celebrating here. It's one of the things we do best. Everybody loves to have fun, so I think it's so great that we've added just like extra little things to make it a little bit more fun. Okay, so then besides birthday parties, you mentioned earlier that you work with other groups. What are some of the other like park groups or like family groups that you like to work with and help set up here at the resort?
Yeah, I work really closely with a lot of schools within the area and even some schools out of state. And so, what's big right now and we're dealing with in the current moment is end of school year celebrations and senior trips to celebrate, the end of their high school career and they're moving on to college. And so a lot of those groups will come and celebrate. And I really just am working with them to make a smooth planned visit so that when they get here, all they have to say is, hey, I'm with such and such school, and then they get to roam free, which is fun. We also celebrate churches, we have youth nights, and coordinate those. And really any event that is like, oh, I have 500 people, it's great to plan those in advance so that we can make sure everything is as smooth, fun, and safe as possible.
Yes. So then with all of those groups, like we've done, like you said, schools, churches, we do family reunions, anniversaries, all the things like that. Why do you think people choose to celebrate milestones together in spaces like this? Or like, is there any specific feedback you've gotten about what makes it so great?
Yeah, so the fun part about working in the hospitality industry is the current age and like mindset of people is we're moving away from physical objects and we're moving towards this mindset of experience over like tangible items. And so people will come to Metropolis, people go to any other resort or entertainment place to create that moment of experience. And that has become such a trend and just exploded in popularity within the hospitality industry.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Even like growing up, I remember a few Christmases where my parents were like, well, we're going to go do something together instead. And we went to like the Dells or somewhere like Metropolis. And it was always, I do remember it a little bit more than like anything I unwrapped as a present.
You're not going to remember that Barbie doll from 20 years ago, but you're going to remember, oh, like my family went here. Yeah. And so people spend more to create an experience than spending, a couple bucks on a Barbie doll to give out because they find the value much more value in that experience than buying a gift card or a toy for one of their relatives.
Okay, so then to wrap up, whenever you're booking a group or thinking about how to improve parties, we put so much like thought into the guest experience here. So like, what do you always hope they're gonna leave feeling?
Yeah, we are the place where the fun never stops, and so my main goal is that they have fun, but I'm also making sure that they're having a smooth experience. I want as little friction as possible while they're here, but I want them to have a safe and just memorable time. So when our large groups come, I'm communicating, hey, I've got other groups coming, and just that open communication is the best for all the groups to just be aware of what's going on, or with our expansion that's coming along, we're very clear, like, hey, there's going to be some dust and debris in the parking lot, but everything inside isn't affected, so you're still going to have a great time.
Yeah.
And the best part about our parties is we do clean up for you. So it's really great just to be like, the hardest part is letting me know you want to have a party, and we will take care of it from there.
Yeah, it's perfect. At the end of the day, we really do know that families have such a variety of places to choose from when they're deciding to celebrate birthdays or any other milestone events. We are just so grateful to be an option and be a place where people can come together and have fun. So thank you for everything you do for us and the families that visit here. If you're ever looking to book a birthday party or a group event, Bri is your girl. So thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.